All right, let's talk about these fucking eggs. Okay, so when I first had this idea, I was like, amazing. I'm gonna make the best vegan scrambled eggs that anyone's ever seen. And at first I was thinking, oh, I'll make a traditional tofu scramble. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, no, I really want it to be like a French soft scramble style because I am in my elegant era. I mean, this year I've tried to transmute a lot of my ratchet and cunty energy. We play jazz music now. Listen, I'm trying. Okay, so I wanted to do it more of like a soft French scramble style. And so I was thinking, okay, like maybe tofu, like a tofu scramble wouldn't be the most appropriate. Maybe I'll do it a different way. Long story short, I have been eating shitty vegan scrambled eggs for the past 15 days. I wanna say every day. I've been trying this recipe, I've been tweaking it a little bit, and I'm like, tomorrow it's gonna be great. And the next day comes around and it's not fucking good. Instead of scrapping this whole episode and recording something entirely different, we'll do some testing together. So I'm gonna try it 2 ways today. I'm gonna try it the sans tofu approach, and I'm also gonna try a tofu scramble, but for the tofu scramble, I don't just wanna scramble tofu. I was thinking, I feel like that ends up being kind of dry. So I'm gonna blend a base and mix that with the tofu and we're gonna scramble that. So that's the tofu. Here we have a ½ teaspoon of saffron that I bloomed with some ice that melted. Here's a teaspoon of white miso with a tablespoon of refined coconut oil. The refined coconut oil, I'm hoping will add the creaminess of eggs, but also make it feel like there's cheese added to them or butter. And then in here, there's a ½ teaspoon of onion powder, a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, again for the cheesy feel, 1 teaspoon of black salt. Now black salt, it's very high in sulfur, so it kind of gives it that eggy kind of flavor and smell. This in here, we have 2 tablespoons of potato starch in here, and I'm just hoping that'll thicken things up. I don't know. So I'm just gonna mix all this stuff together. Okay, I'm gonna use this soy milk. I don't know how much of this to do. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at a ½ Okay, update. I actually ended up having to make it 3/4 cup of the soy milk because there just wasn't enough volume in here for it to blend, and actually not all of the saffron threads really perfectly, oh gosh. A lot of this didn't blend very well. Okay, so this recipe probably won't work either. Okay, now we're gonna blend the other version, which uses no tofu. So for this version, we're gonna do more. I'm gonna do maybe like, you know what, I'll do 1 1/3 cup. Okay, so this version has similar spices and stuff. It's actually the exact same spices, the same miso, coconut oil, the nutritional yeast, black salt, onion and garlic powder is the same. The saffron is the same. There is potato starch, but only 1 tablespoon for this version because this version has something else instead of tofu that's gonna thicken it up. So this version has 2 other ingredients, and that is soaked split mung beans, AKA moong dal, and this is butternut squash. So there was a ½ cup of these dried that I soaked overnight. It's actually been soaking for 2 days because I've been soaking these little fuckers every day. At first I wasn't using them. It was around version 3 or 4 that I started using them. The butternut squash I'm using for a few reasons. Number 1, it adds color. Number 2, it adds nutrients that like you would find in an egg yolk, vitamin A. But number 3, I sometimes find that butternut squash can be a really nice base for certain vegan cheeses. Like it gives that kind of creamy mouthfeel. Okay, we're gonna start by the other version because the other version takes a really long time to cook. I think one of the things I've been doing wrong in my trial is I've been overcrowding my pan. So I'm just gonna pour a bit of the batter in and we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I'm trying to do like figure 8 motion, that's what they say. You know what, it actually, it kind of looks really good. So far, it looks really good. Okay, I think not overcrowding the pan is actually the key here. I might be scrambling it too much. Again, I want it to look like a soft French scramble, not too choppy. So I think I'm touching it too much. Whoa, wow, this really looks like scrambled eggs, guys. Like this might work, I don't know. I have it on the lowest heat that I can on this little camping stove because I don't want it to fry. I just want it to very slowly kind of cook. I kind of want to taste this and see how it's going, but this is looking so much more eggy than every version I've tried thus far. That tastes really good. I don't know if I would say it tastes exactly like eggs, but it tastes really good. I'm gonna move it out the pan. I may have actually nailed this today. This actually might kind of be the best vegan scramble I've had. I do think we need to wait to see what Ozzy says, and I'm curious to see how the tofu scramble goes. Okay, so I'm gonna crumble up this tofu in the sauce and then we'll scramble it in there. Honestly, I need to get in with my hands. Wait, this is actually so fun. Okay, unless there's something I'm not seeing, I actually think I've crushed it thus far with not getting stained. So we're gonna try the tofu scramble now. Again, I'm not gonna put the whole thing in because I don't wanna overcrowd the pan, but I crumbled the tofu in with the sauce to make it more creamy. See, to me, this looks more like egg salad than scrambled eggs. But we'll see how it turns out. Listen, we will have them both side by side. I was thinking I'm gonna serve these with something in between like a vegan cream cheese and a vegan creme fraiche. And then I have some yuzu hot sauce from my yuzu series. All right, this is coming together, I guess. I'm gonna give it a little taste. That's better than I thought it was gonna be. Let's get to some of these toppings. I have scallions, I have chives, and bird's eye chili. Okay, let's go to assembling this shit. Some roasted tomatoes. We'll add some of these eggs. Some mushrooms. Let me assemble the other bowl first. But see, aesthetically, I like the aesthetics of the other eggs better. I don't like this like more choppy kind of scramble looking. But flavor-wise, I really don't know what to think thus far. So this is the creme fraiche kind of sauce. And then we'll add the yuzu hot sauce. This was part of my yuzu series. I'll put the recipe for both of these in the show notes. We're just adding on some chives and some scallions and these bird's eye chilies. And then I do want to add some edible flowers because, like, you know, you've met me. You know what goes on here. So I just want to add like red, orange, yellow flowers if I have pretty ones. And I do have some nasturtiums. Then I have some onion flowers and some cilantro flowers, which are both white, so they go with the color palette and the flavors work too. Wait, this actually looks so pretty. That's actually kind of fucking perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick taste test. So I'm gonna have the tofu scramble first. That tastes pretty eggy to me. Now, the other one, the more French style. I don't know. Not only do I not know which one is more like egg, I actually can't decide which one I like more, because when I tasted the tofu scramble, I was like, wait, I think this one's better. But then when I tasted this one, I was like, this one's better. I kind of need Ozzy to tell me. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Next episode, I'll tell you guys what the verdict was from Ozzy, but if anyone makes both of these recipes, can you sound off in the comments and say which one you think tastes more like eggs and which one just tastes better in general? Because obviously I care more about it tasting good than I care about it tasting like eggs. I do love this. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We'll chat next week. There's an outro, so I don't need to say this. Bye.
If you loved that episode as much as I hope you did, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing, and check out some past episodes while you wait for the new one to drop next week. And until next week, make sure to stay cunty out there.